Alright guys, we're back with game number 3. This is ESL One Hamburg 2017 close qualifiers for the CIS region. This is the semi-final. M19 has taken a game, Team Spirit has taken a game, and I'm really interested to see what's going to be happening here. And it looks like they know exactly what they want on the side of M19. They pick up the Ancient Apparition and the Earth Spirit again, but we see a Keeper of the Light picked up over here on Team Spirit, and it's followed very swiftly by a Beastmaster. This is the moment, Forge.
Teams know exactly what they want to do coming into game 3. Not really many adjustments they'll probably have to make, saying screw what the enemy drafts, we're just gonna focus on what we want to do. Biver, of course, has been playing a lot of the light lately, and so
Forge, I'm losing you here. Is this another Discord issue, or?
it might be.
I don't hear you at all. You're cutting in and out all of a sudden, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But hopefully we figured this out fairly soon. The Broodmother gonna get banned out here, as is the Enchantress. We've seen, you know, that's a common ban coming out from M19. They don't want to see Broodmother being run, and of course they don't want to see Funnick running on that Enchantress either.
How about now? Am I coming in okay now?
You're coming in nice and clear now. All right.
Hi.
Just adjust volume a little bit. We do see Pugna getting picked up, this time on the side of M19. We've seen Pikachu do a lot of work with this particular hero, so I'm liking that they're picking this up this time. Not going to allow Team Spirit to grab it. Does have to be a little bit careful, because you do have Beastmaster, who's really, really good at initiating here. And I'm guessing that Pugna is going to be public enemy number 1 compared to seeing all the last games, so...
Yeah, I mean, Pikachu has been playing this hero quite a lot lately. Very comfortable on the hero. And, I mean, not really too worried about the Keeper of the Light, too, because he has just such a big mana pool. The mana drain doesn't really affect him. Grabs a lot of mana regen items as well. Doesn't have to worry about Blinding Light. So, I mean, Pugna is probably going to be eating this Keeper of the Light alive most of the time.
Yeah, especially if he manages to get that Atos, because he'll be able to go ahead and, you know, throw out the Atos. He's super big, like, just range on life drain as well, so... I don't know, this Keeper of the Light's looking like he might be food, but I could be totally wrong with this, you know?
I do like this Disruptor pickup, though. Even now with the Legion Commander, man, Funnick did so much work with this last game. I'm not really surprised that they pick it up for him again, but Disruptor's going to be okay with that, because if Legion blinks in, you get that glimpse right back, sometimes interrupting the duel. Even if not, they'll just kind of run towards each other, which can buy you enough time to let the duel run its course. Is a little bit scary now, though, with the Pugna. A lot of damage you can pump into duel and secure those kills. So vision going to be very key against the Legion. They do have Beastmaster helping out with that, though.
Yeah, I was about to say that Hawk's going to be able to possibly scout out quite a bit. And if you get the Ags pick up onto the Keeper of the Light, he'll have the unobstructed daytime view, plus all that heal as well. So even if Legion does get a duel off, and say Disruptor isn't able to go and get that glimpse, you'll be able to go ahead and spam heal as long as it's during the daytime.
Yeah, Blinding Light going to be very, very key. Against this Legion Commander, she's going to have to wait until that's been used to really blink in, or blink in onto the Coddle. Otherwise, gonna have a bit of a tough time, but at least they do have other damage sources to pump in. The AA combo last game with Funnick was just absolutely massive. Earth Spirit doing a lot as well to roll in and follow up with those initiations. Even if they didn't always get the dual damage, they almost always got the kills when Funnick initiated in.
Well, you know, that's one thing about Funnick Legion Commander, is that it's proving to be very, very patient, you know, also very efficient. Every time that duel was off cooldown in the early stages, he would walk around there with the Earth Spirit, make sure they grab a smoke, and try to find an opening. The Sniper may be a little bit scary here for the side of M19, because that means they're going to have to really jump into the back end onto a lot of these fights, unless they can maybe get the pick off ahead of time. But there is a lot of stuff that can be used for counter initiation coming out from Team Spirit. So say, you know, you want to get onto that Sniper, he's going to be pumping out the most amount of damage. You get the Legion to maybe, you know, close the gap onto it, but then, of course, you'll have the Beastmaster who can follow up with the Roar. You've got Disruptor who can just put a little cage around you and add a Static Storm, glimpse back if he wants. Like, it's becoming a little bit more scary for this Legion Commander. It's going to have to be a lot of pickoffs at the beginning, but we saw that happen in game number 2, so totally possible.
Yeah, it's also, I mean, like you said, if they jump on the sniper, it's going to be kind of tough for them to follow it off. But if they jump on somebody of the other supports in the early game, sniper's not really going to be able to dish out quite a lot of damage and ramp it up. But as you scale later and later into the game, you have to be very careful and selective with who you jump and know where the other heroes are. Otherwise, sniper can very easily turn that duel around, and all of a sudden, I mean, it's pretty clowny, but you might have a disruptor with some dual damage, a coddle with some dual damage instead of just Funnick. You're gonna have to be very, very patient with those duels from the Legion Commander.
You're still going a little bit robotic on me. I'm not sure if you're like too close to your mic, maybe, but no, definitely agree that, you know, that it's gonna come down to just getting this Legion Commander these duels early, making sure that she's getting pickoffs, because if she's in the middle of all these other heroes, it's just, I feel like it's just not going to happen. It's going to be too scary. Granted, I said that in game number 2 as well when Funnick picked it up and there was a Bane in the game. So maybe, you know, Funnick is just, he absolutely knows what he's doing here. He's going to get that damage. It's, you know, pretty fun to watch a Legion Commander start to rack up all that damage as well, just because of the fact that, you know, she starts two-shotting people, which could be really funny. But I do think that Funnick's got his work cut out for him here in this particular draft. And I think Forge is tinkering with some of his settings right now, so like we said, that lots of counter initiation. The Necrophos will not be seen, neither will the Venomancer, because that was definitely a problem in game number 1. Team Spirit, of course, picking up that Venomancer and just doing a lot of work with it. But we still need one more pickup here for the side of Team Spirit. I'm not sure if they're sending the sniper mid or if they're going to be sending someone else to that mid lane. I'm guessing they're thinking the Pugna is pretty good against the sniper just because of the range that he has. But again, you know, he's very, very fast. He can run forward and he can always, you know, get off that damage and run themselves away. But they'll pick up a Bloodseeker instead for the side of Team Spirit. You there, Forge? Forge is dead. Long live Forge. All right. So looking over at the draft coming out of M19 right now, you've got your Ancient Apparition and your Earth Spirit combo yet again. They're still lacking a little bit in terms of lockdown. You know, you've got the stun coming out, you've got the Cold Feet proc, and you've also got the duel to hold into place. Similar kind of thing going on with Team Spirit. You know, the hard lockdown that you're going to have is, of course, the kinetic field with the Beastmaster Roar. Things... Mostly, you know, it's going to be a little bit difficult. They don't have really hard lockdown other than the Roar, which has a cooldown, and of course Legion Commander, who also has a cooldown on her duel. But let's see, I think Forge is trying to come back here. Give me one sec, guys.
Hello, hello.
Hello, are you alive?
I believe I am alive. Thank the Lords.
Oh, you're still going a little robotic occasionally, so careful with that.
I will attempt to be very careful. It seems that I'm having some wiring issues. A loose wire is just rattling around in the back.
Oh, no.
Causing some issues. So I'm just going to have to be very, very careful and not move anything.
All right. I believe in you. And I believe that this is going to be like a 90-minute long game, so get ready for it. But we did see, you know, the Bloodseeker pickup over here for Team Spirit. So what are your thoughts on that?
I like it a lot. It's a good buffer for the sniper. You throw Blood Rage either on whoever is getting gone on or the sniper himself, and it adds a lot of damage. I know this is something that VP used to do. They'd draft no one, the sniper, and then they'd give him the Bloodseeker on top as kind of a buffer. But they are going to instead go for the Phantom Lancer, which is a pretty good hero. They have it's another way to get on top of the sniper, and I mean, they have so much single target focus, even with the sniper eventually probably grabbing that Maelstrom into a Mjolnir. If PL is allowed to go into the late game, he's going to be a very, very scary hero for Team Spirit to deal with. They have to like kind of put the pressure on early and keep that PL down.
Looks like, yeah, that's going to be pretty difficult to deal with all of those illusions. They have a little bit of illusion clear. You know, you've got the axes coming out from DK Phobos, and of course, you know, the Blood Right will be able to clear them out as well. But, you know, as this game gets later and later, it starts to get very, very scary for Team Spirit here. So what are we thinking? What are the win conditions for both of these teams? Obviously, you know, Funnick gets 16. He starts roaming around, maybe joined up with the with Pikachu there on the mid, and also the Earth Spirit. Get some nice easy duels, start racking up the damage while Phantom Lancer, you know, Nyx takes his time, gets what he needs. But what do you think for Team Spirit? What's their goal?
Team Spirit's goal is keep Nyx down at all costs. That's their goal. They need to. I would say they probably run an aggressive lane. They put Funnick up against DK Phobos in whatever lane, and then they run the Bloodseeker with Disruptor and Coddle against this Phantom Lancer. Keep him down as much as you can, as long as you can, and use that to snowball the game into an early victory.
I mean, is this just where they dodge again, though? Where you just constantly are rotating?
I mean, we saw that work poorly for ILTW, so if Team Spirit's able to make PL do the exact same thing, I think that's worth it for them.
Oh, we'll see. You may walk in right by over here by Biver. Good luck, has fun. Have fun, has fun. Ooh. Have fun comes out here over from both of the teams. This is, of course, game number 3. The team that wins this actually goes on to face VP tomorrow. So that's a pretty big deal here. It's our first major here as well. So looking forward to that. But as always, guys, I'm your caster at MoxieCast. I'm joined with at Forge Dota. And pretty excited to see, is it going to be M19 who makes it to the grand finals, or is it going to be Team Spirit? We'll find out soon.
So it looks like I was right about the laning setup. Looks like it is going to be DK Phobos up against Funnick, but it's not because of Team Spirit's adjustments. It's actually going to be because Nyx is going to be run in an aggressive lane with Muriel. So they're actually looking to do the reverse and put pressure on ILTW soon to shut down his snowball. Because while there's M19 is very secure in their late game, so even if PL comes online a little bit later, shutting down the Bloodseeker means that the ball gets rolling a little bit slower for Team Spirit, and that's what they're looking for.
Seeing a lot of movement coming around here, but nothing too aggressive right now. They do move forward over here, trying to maybe roll forward. Do spot out ILTW, but not really worth it. Just gonna give them a little fright as they set up this aggressive tri lane. And looks like Funnick's getting a free lane right now.
Yeah,
what's happening here?
DK Phobos rotating up, I guess. They're probably gonna try. They're trying to get, I think, a TP on ILTW, and they're gonna send him to the bottom lane to lane against Funnick.
Already seeing some movement going on up here top, but 2 heroes now over here in the mid lane, gonna put a lot of pressure over onto Pikachu. They don't want to allow him to start running away with the.
He's got level 1 decrep, so they know that they don't really have to worry about his damage. They just have to worry about making sure Sniper can get his last hits.
Well, this is typical, right? We saw this happen in another game that we did, I believe the other day, where you just get the decrep and then you make sure that Iceberg just can't get the CS that he wants. You just keep disrupting it early on, and then eventually, you know, you pick up your point and the Nether Blast, start spamming that out too.
Man, they are doing musical lanes all over the place. Nyx follows ILTW down to the bottom lane. They really want this PL up against this Bloodseeker.
I mean, they did this. They did this in game number 2, where they just constantly were rotating non-stop. Salve gets used over here on Pikachu. There's so much hate being placed over here onto Pugna. And it makes sense, though, too, because, you know, we saw Iceberg play this hero earlier, and they're probably very familiar with how he works, what's really annoying to deal with in lane, and definitely placing a lot of pressure over onto him. Funnick, meanwhile, has rotated lanes like we talked about. Everyone's just musical lanes back and forth. Bottom, we do see a roll come out over here onto ILTW, but they're just trying to make life a pain in the butt for him so he can't get easy CS. Sitting at 4-1 right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough lane for this Pugna. The last time these two teams faced off against each other was at the Star Ladder, and the only game that Team Spirit dropped to them was with the Pikachu Pugna. So it looks like this is something that they are very wary of, very aware of, and don't want him snowballing as hard as he did it the last game.
Man, Biver, Coddle's such an annoying hero to have to deal with, especially in the off lane. Is constantly throwing laser beams at your face. Not something that's really fun. Lots of pressure, though, being placed over here on Pugna. This is going to delay the levels a little bit, I think, for the sniper, although he's CSing really, really well. So he's actually sitting at level 3. There's going to be the kinetic field coming out onto Pikachu, followed up with all the shrapnel. Decrepify comes out, plus they follow up with the Nether Ward. Can they get him? They need one more hit. Can they get it? Looks like Disruptor FNG gets that first blood, and he's also going to get himself a tasty ward over here.
Yep, the Thirst Vision giving them what they needed to get that kill.
What's happening with Yume? He's trying to get that courier, but
Yume's just following ILTW around. He got forced out of lane, so Yume's just trying to make sure that ILTW isn't feeling safe to farm the jungle.
I want a taunt for Earth Spirit that's just him rolling around on top of the bow staff that he carries, kind of like a logger does. Is that weird? I feel like that'd be a really good taunt.
I mean, that's already kind of what a Brewmaster has, right? He rolls on the barrel.
That's true. He rolls on the barrel. I forgot about that.
So,
what is this courier? Oh my gosh, it's adorable. I think this is one of the Korean ones, actually.
I mean, couriers aside, they're what the...
I'm sorry, I'm a support. I really love looking at couriers.
That's okay, Moxie. No judgment here. But
Funnick actually cutting the wave over here.
M19's doing a really good job securing Nyx's farm. He's 20-7 right now.
I mean, they've had to rotate him once now. Luckily, it hasn't been any more than that. But yeah, look at Yume. Yume just keeps fighting this Bloodseeker and just being as annoying as possible, trying to get some of this experience as well. Like, look at him. He can't even hit these creeps. This Earth Spirit is just a thorn in his side.
Yeah, he can't even jungle safely, and like he almost wants to ask for a support to rotate over, but FNG's dealing with Pikachu and Coddle's trying to deal with Funnick in the top lane. There's no support help.
This is a dead Pikachu. He decreps himself, tries to run himself into Roche, maybe think to get the deny. We'll get a little bit of time here with the Self, but he turns himself around. I think that's gonna really kill him. Yeah.
He was just trying to get FNG, maybe get Iceberg if he's lucky, but
yeah, it seemed like he thought he might be able to get FNG, but unfortunately, there's just, you know, turning around back into all of that shrapnel did not work out for him.
Oh, I thought he was gonna follow ILTW. He's actually gonna come in on FNG.
Can they get this kill over here onto this Disruptor? He does roll himself out of the kinetic field, but he's taking a lot of tower damage. So it looks like FNG's just gonna back himself off and heal up.
And they're gonna send Biver down to this bottom lane to farm up. Since ILTW has been resolved to the jungle anyway, they might as well get some farm going on in this bottom lane.
Boy, they're just dedicating so much over here to Pikachu, trying to keep him down. He's almost got his level 6, though, coming up here. Getting very, very close to it. Still doesn't have his bottle. Oof.
I'm worried that they're dedicating too much to him, though. Like, Nyx is really the big threat. I know Pikachu Pugna is very scary, but they don't have the tools to deal with a PL in the late game. And I'm worried that they're focusing too much attention on the Pugna.
It's definitely possible. Funnick going 1v1 against DK Phobos here. Doing a lot of harass with that Orb of Venom. Do you see a rotation coming down, though? They've smoked up. Pikachu does have his level 6 now. The smoke does pop. It's mostly because of Biver over there on the side. I don't think they saw him with the Fog of War.
And it looks like FNG is going to rotate up. He's going to try and get something done onto Funnick. But
oh, that was so close there. He just gets his ultimate up. Now the pincering coming out here over onto Legion. I don't think they're going to be able to quite take him down, though. Do they have enough damage? Oh, I don't know. The Bloodseeker being up here, too. That's quite a bit. Turns himself around, wants to get this kill over onto DK Phobos, but there's just too much damage being output. Fighting here with Bloodseeker, we'll be able to go ahead, heal him back up. Could be worse, though. You could have used the duel there, right? And then lost.
He almost got it off. He was mid-animation for it.
Bottom lane, Biver. Gonna be able to get taken down by Nyx. Nice rotation coming out here from the Pugna and, of course, Earth Spirit. Now, usually we see Yume and Funnick being the ones that roam around here and start making a lot of space. But because they put so much pressure over onto Pikachu early on, it looks like he's going to be the one to do some of these rotations and let Funnick do just a little bit more farming here. One more hit the tower. Easy last hit for Nyx here.
So Nyx is actually going for the Soul Ring build. This has become a little bit more popular lately. Lets you spam out your Spirit Lance a lot more. And he's going to follow that up with the treads, and then probably, yeah, he's got the fusing blade to do that.
Glimpse coming back here. You may in a lot of trouble. Assassinate coming out. One more hit. Coddle just booping him here. Looks like FNG will be able to get the kill with the Thunderclap. And they go ahead and they use the smoke, and they smoke under a ward. Ooh. I wonder if they're paying attention here.
I mean, they probably see something, but it's a question of where they think they're going. Nick's playing very defensively. TP's right back to base, doesn't want to deal with it, so it looks like Muriel might tank this. No, that's actually not going to be
They both
kills.
get out of there. Meanwhile, top lane. Yeah, Funnick. He's got his eyes on this Bloodseeker. He's got a Pugna with him, but I guess they decide to back off. That could have been a really nice duel for him if they had done it maybe just a little bit sooner. But they're just mowing through towers here using this Pugna, that Nether Blast doing quite a bit of damage.
He's a little bit behind on levels, but he's going to start catching up on his farm and just doing what Pugna does and take these towers. And if you try and kill him, there's a Funnick nearby. So be careful.
Muriel trying to juke his way through the trees here. He doesn't have any way to escape though. They go ahead, they use the kinetic field. That's just an easy kill over here. Again, going on to FNG. Surprised they didn't give that to Sniper. Not like he was going anywhere.
It was the Thunderclap. Nothing.
Yeah, but they had vision. They didn't need to throw that out. TP's coming out here. Nice roar coming out here from DK Phobos. Will give Funnick a lot of clicks over here onto the side. Sniper coming around here. They do get the glimpse off. Assassinate coming through. Will be able to take down Funnick. Now Yume, the Rupture's up. He rolls. Oh, he rolls to his death. Feels bad, man.
Really nicely timed there. I'm sure Yume had that queued up, and then as soon as he started rolling and heard the Rupture, he's like, well, I'm just dead.
Yep, unfortunately. Nice play, though, coming out from Bloodseeker, realizing that, you know, more than likely the Earth Spirit is going to want to just roll himself out of that situation. So, easy kill for him.
And Biver is farming okay in the bottom lane. He's going to start working probably on his Ags right away. If they're going to give him this kind of space, I would imagine he rushes the Ags. But Yume does not want any of the Biver Ags. He's going to roll in, probably. No? They back off.
It's like some movement coming out here in the top lane from Funnick. He's still looking for the duel. He had, now I remember at like 10 minutes, he had 2 duels under his belt, I want to say, last game.
Yeah, it's a very, very stark contrast between this game and the last for Funnick. He got a lot more work done in the early game. Had his Blink Dagger by now, I believe. He had like a 9 or 10 minute Blink Dagger. It's crazy.
Yeah, he was able to do a lot of rotations early, and it seems like Team Spirit getting a little bit wise to this. They do have a sentry ward over here. They know that Iceberg is dancing around looking for a position. I'm going to try to bait a little. I mean, Shrapnel gets thrown out. Can't really take down Yume by himself, yeah.
Oh, top lane,
though. They do get a duel. They get the Ice Blast in, and there's our first duel on Funnick.
Yeah, that's it's just so much damage between Life Drain and Ice Blast. A lot of Magic Amp as well too. You've got, I think, like 20 or 30%.
Smoke is broken over here in mid. FNG. They get the shout out though over onto Yume. This is a dead Earth Spirit. If he can get out. No, he tries to roll himself. Glimpse comes out, and Iceberg will be able to clean up. Roar is down though now. So they might be trying to go and push another tower here. They know there's several people over in the mid lane, so looks like Pugna still continues to go and do his farming. Sniper just going to be cheeky, throw out a couple pop shots to Funnick's head in the meanwhile. And they actually TP down bottom to defend this tower. This is a very important tower for them, so Ice Blast coming in. Just farm up those creeps a little.
For a second, I thought that was Team Spirit's Ice Blast. I thought that was going to be really big, and then I remembered where AA was, which team AA was.
I've done that before. You've heard me do that before. But it looks like the Decrepify coming out here over onto the Beastmaster. They'll move themselves back. They do have the Nether Ward up and running if they want to try to fight this. They drop the Static Storm anyways, and they need to be careful because Nyx is in the vicinity. Their Shrine is not up. Needs maybe one more hit, one more lance. No, it's not going to be quite enough. They'll turn back around, looking out over at the Sniper. Neutral Creep actually going to be able to get the kill over onto FNG, but it looks like Iceberg, trying to just fight his way out, isn't going to be able to.
Yeah, and I think ILTW is dead here too. So there's an Ice Blast ready, there's a duel ready. If he walks the wrong way...
Oh, there it is! There it is! There's the duel, there's the Ice Blast, and there's the damage coming out from Funnick. not gonna be enough. Not gonna be enough damage though, actually.
I mean, it's still a dead Bloodseeker. That's
Still,
a safe
yeah,
lane for
value.
it, and
Absolutely.
meanwhile, Nyx is almost halfway to his defusal. So even though they don't get the dual damage, just the fact that they're shutting down the 2 cores, that was a kill on the sniper, followed immediately by a kill onto the Bloodseeker. I mean, this PL is just going to be such a menace for Team Spirit to deal with.
Oh, they do have a smoke. They're looking over here for Biver. He's hiding between over here into the woods. They do spot him out there. Going to be able to roll onto him immediately, decrepify life drain, and there's no more Coddle. And that's something that we talked about. Remember early on during the draft about how, you know, Coddle has the possibility of, you know, getting an Ags. Oh boy, during all this, we actually lose Funnick in the top lane.
I was watching that.
Did he get baited out? No, he didn't use the duel at least.
No, he didn't lose any. He didn't use duel, but it was a roar on the Beastmaster, buying time for ILTW to rotate in, and then Rupture came out and can't go anywhere from there.
They TP out of here. Put a lot of damage though over onto that tier 2 in the meanwhile. A lot of damage. Well, they put damage onto it. I thought there was more damage than that. They do lose the courier though on the side of the Radiant.
That's a pretty good pickoff. They need stuff like that. And ILTW is actually going to go for the Radiance after his Midas. So he's looking to scale up. They know the PL is going to be a problem. They know they haven't been able to eliminate him. So they're just itemizing for that eventuality. They've got the Radiance queued up, followed by the BKB, and then Bloodseeker has dreams of a Maelstrom far off in the distance. Yeah,
he's definitely, you know, catching up here. He's at 5.4k over on the Sniper, and then 6k over on the Phantom Lancer, because no one's really bothered him too much. You may now realizing, hey, I know I don't want to roll out of this. We'll be able to go ahead and hold the stun. They get the glimpse over here onto Muriel. They need another stun to take him down. Do they have enough damage? No, he's actually going to make it out. So they use the Roar, they use the Static Storm, and they get nothing for it over here for Spirit.
Yeah, really nice awareness, too, to recognize that there's no stuns left, and Biver is not dead.
Nope, he's got the Blinding Light. Blinding Light going to be able to save him.
He looked pretty dead for a second there, but nice nice ultimate usage there. And, you know, despite me being worried about this Nyx, this PL, it's still a 3k net worth lead for Team Spirit. They're up 5-10. They're catching up on the towers game. That's definitely where they're lacking the most right now, but they're making progress towards catching up on that. They're making good rotations.
Looks like we've got a 4-step up and running now over onto Biver. Should be able to go ahead and kite just a little bit more here, trying to get himself away from any scary Pugnas that might be decrepifying him, buy himself a little bit more time at the very least. But look at all this drawing all over the map, my goodness. All right, Nyx is coming forward here. He does almost have that defusal. Just a little bit more gold. That's going to be even scarier for the side of Spirit. But they've had a lot of nice engagements too. Bloodseeker currently, dank score, 3-2-2, running on this Bloodseeker.
Let's hope that's not the case. Right. Let's hope he's not doing anything sketchy. But PL, man, he's sieging up top with his Pikachu buddy. Meanwhile, mid lane, Iceberg's trying to get something done. Iceberg doesn't look like he knows what he wants. How he wants to
comes out over here on Nyx. He's going to have to TP himself out. We'll be able to just get home really, really easily. Pugna, he wants to get this last hit on the tower. We'll be able to throw out the Nether Blast and finish up. So they're taking a lot of really good objectives. We're not seeing Funnick just snowball out of control like he did in game number 2, but that's very telling of, you know, Spirit, making sure that they're very aware of where he is and not giving out any sort of free duel damage.
He does have his Blink Dagger online now, so we might see a few more pickoffs come out. They've definitely scouted this already, so they are aware of it, but being aware of it and being able to deal with it are two separate things. Absolutely. We'll have to see what kind of adjustments they make.
I mean, they're going to be, looks like we've got a smoke queued up over on Yume. They might start doing what they did in the last game where they travel as either a duo or a trio and just start picking off. They do have a Hawk over here on the side that is spying on them a little bit here. It will go down. Yeah, looks like they're posturing down here in the bot lane. They've got a smoke. They're looking to maybe take this tower.
They really want to find PL, but PL's a little nervous because he can't see anybody on the map. He sees Sniper right now. That's it.
The rest of his team is hanging out right behind him, though. Muriel actually the first one to make contact over here. They'll get the roar off, but won't only be able to really go and grab over here onto the side. Disruptor now in a lot of trouble. He actually will get taken down. And now it looks like Biver and ILTW going to run themselves out of the situation.
And this is why they drafted Funnick Legion Commander twice now. Last game it was the Fiend's Grip. This game it's the Primal Roar. Oh, Press the Attack is just so good at removing long duration stuns. You just completely negate it. It's like a better version of Abaddon, if you will.
This is like the most annoying Keeper of the Light, though. Literally just stays on the bottom lane, keeps pushing out waves. Each of these waves doing a decent amount of damage to the tower here, about half health on this bottom one. And he's making a lot of nice space. I mean, ILTW, he's back into the woods. He's working on that Radiance, getting closer and closer to that Relic. Did show up in the bot lane, maybe trying to get easy kills, but unfortunately did not realize that there would be that many people there and that their positioning would be as good as it was.
Yeah, and neither team really getting a lot of aggressive vision down either. I mean, there's one ward here for the Dire that's about to expire on the top tier 1, and there's one ward that's also about to expire in the Radiant or in the Dire jungle. But other than that, it's pretty much very defensive vision for both teams.
No, they have some aggressive vision down over here. They do have a ward coming out here over on the Radiant jungle, keeping an eye on. They had another one over here towards the rune spot where the bounty rune is, but it just actually went down, I think, fairly recently. Plus, they have the sentry down to deward as well. Just a game of vision, that's all.
I kind of considered this ward by Biver a defensive ward for him because of how much he's been camping down here. But I guess you are right. It is in the enemy side of the map, so a bit of offensive vision.
Because he can also, you know, if he pops his ultimate, he can bring someone down with him any second as well. People always forget that about Kato, that he does have the recall ability. If he finds an opportunity that looks really good, he thinks his sniper or his Bloodseeker can get it, he's going to definitely take advantage of that. But these towers are just getting taken down left and right. And Nyx is enjoying the space that he's getting. He's got the Diffusal. He's actually got a Blink Dagger queued up as well over here on RPL.
He does pick it up now too, so he's got it. This is really good for getting in and out of engagements. You can use Phantom Rush now to rush into a fight, and then you have Doppelganger into Blink, or Blink Doppelganger, whatever it is. You have a lot of mobility thanks to this Blink Dagger. Get you in and out of fights.
Lots of mobility coming out here. Yume also has the Blink Dagger queued up, and we've already got Funnick, obviously, who's got his up and running. If I was Funnick, I would just be very patient and try to like smoke up and grab this this Coddle. Now he's got vision over here on the side, like I said, and they immediately realize that's there. We'll be able to take it down, and it's not going to be as safe for Biver to keep spamming out these waves. I would almost try to bait it though if I knew that there's possibly a ward there. I would feel like getting a smoke maybe would be a really good play because he'll feel safe and then getting the jump off, but
I mean, you have to know almost exactly where he is to be able to bait that kind of response, right? He could be down in these bottom trees. He could be off to the side. It's difficult to do that kind of play with this many woods to juke in and around.
But during all this, PL just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. He's currently at the top of the net worth. He is 9.7k, 9.1 on Bloodseeker, 8.9 over on Sniper currently. Haven't seen Sniper involved in much of anything lately, though. He's just been really happy to just sit back, do his farming. He's got the Mask of Madness, he's got the Maelstrom, and we get the Blink Dagger pickup now over on the side of DK Phobos. So it's going to be even better for, you know, going for the split pushing, deploying, you know, Necrobook or what have you, or just, you know, getting the initiation in a lot of these fights. If somebody gets jumped, being able to be there right away and put out that roar. But they do a scan over on the side of the Dire, and they realize that there's going to be some competition here for the tower. Pikachu has an Arcane Rune too, so this is the perfect time for him to push.
Yeah, Sniper's going to spam out the waves with Shrapnel, and then other than that, they're just going to let this tower fall.
A little bit of split pushing going on here coming out from the side of Spirit, but again, Pugna, he just pushes so quickly, coupled up with the fact that they have this Phantom Lancer just wailing away on the tower. Mid tower is going to go down really fast. Are they going to see TPs to the top now?
I mean, they could. This Beastmaster hasn't really wanted to commit Necrobook for this tier 1 tower, just because it is a free glyph, because as soon as the tier 1 tower goes down, Glyph gets renewed, so he doesn't really want to waste Necrobooks on it. So he's just going to commit Boars and let the creep wave, and this means that they don't really end up getting the trade. Tier 1 tower still up.
Viper gonna be able to be a little cheeky here. Hangs out down the bot lane. Nyx thinking that he's gonna catch him out, but he just TPs out knowing that the rest of the side of M19 are making those rotations. But I think they might just continue going right for the tier 2, although it looks like some TPs coming out. They did ping out that they wanted to go over for this tower, so we'll see what ends up happening here. Benji kind of hanging out, watching the excitement.
They're really respecting this Funnic Legion commander. They don't really have any vision except for this one Hawk on the dire side, and they have no idea where Legion is, which makes them really scared to push this tier 1 tower because there's so many different spots where a Legion commander can hide. I think that's the reason. And actually, yeah, Funnic now with the Shadow Blade as well, gonna make it so much harder for them to spot him out.
And the Dire do eventually take down one of the towers, and it's a little bit damaged left here. They should be able to go and just deny this if they want. Yeah, that looks like what Funnic's gonna do. 2 hits. Deny that tower. Oh, wow, he's got his Shadow Blade online too. I'm surprised that we haven't been seeing more.
He just got that. He just picked that up right now.
But they're being really, really smart again over on Team Spirit. They're grouping up together. They know that there is a huge threat with Funnic having a Blink Dagger. And now, of course, you know, they don't know that he's got the Shadow Blade quite yet, but judging by last game, they know he's a sneaky Legion commander and he could just show up at any moment and murder your sniper.
Yeah. They've been paying a lot of respect to him, which is why it's taken so long for them to get these pushes going. They don't know where he is. As soon as he reveals himself, they spot him farming these agents thanks to this Hawk vision. Or at least they spot somebody farming these agents. But they don't. They probably assume it's Legion.
No, they've got sentries. They don't have dust, though, so.
Legion's gonna invis up.
Funnic gets the Hawk. And while all this is going on, we've got a little bit of baiting coming out here from Yume, and Muriel just rolls up onto the edge of the map, rolls back down.
Yeah, Yume's actually got his Blink Dagger online, too. So he's got more mobility. Just, it's going to be so hard to catch and actually kill any of these heroes. Pugna's got his own Blink Dagger. It's 4 blinks. It's literally 4 blinks for M19.
It's a lot of mobility. They want to be able to follow Legion in whenever they need to. Also, you know, if Phantom Lancer needs to get away or jump into anything, they have that option. And they do, in fact, find Bible over here. They will be able to land the Ice Blast and the Magnetize. He's going to be taken down. Look at the range coming out. They will be able to go ahead, though, do the Roar, jump over onto Pugna, take out Pikachu at the very least. But the support's going to be able to run themselves out. Some pinging going on over here on Legion. Not really sure what that's about.
They actually got more gold for Pikachu killing Viper than they did for killing Pikachu afterwards.
He had a lot of gold there, being able to push out the bottom lanes for so long. Yeah. Again, more space though here for Nyx.
Yeah, and that's it, right? The sniper does have his Maelstrom. He's working on his Mjolnir, trying to get that online. Bloodseeker's got his Radiance, but I'm worried. I really don't think that once this Manta comes online for PL, I actually don't think in a 5-on-5 they win this fight.
I think it's going to be very dependent on how Iceberg positions himself in these fights, because if he's too close, PL can get a Spirit Lance off onto him, and that's going to be a huge problem. In fact, we don't even have a Dragon Lance on Iceberg. He's opted not to pick one up right yet. And I think that's going to be a bit of an issue here because, again, PL, the Spirit Lance, has a pretty decent range, so if he's too close, he's just going to start getting diffused and just mow down.
Yeah, and not just the Spirit Lands either. The Phantom Rush is just so ridiculous. 900 range. It's like half your screen, basically. Plus the Blink Dagger on top. It's going to be so hard for Sniper to disengage from that.
They go ahead, they pop a smoke here. Illusion runs in directly. I'm not sure why he revealed that smoke. They ping him out. They know he's here. Maybe trying to bait a little bit. Because illusions don't pop. Sorry. Yeah, illusions don't pop smoke, so I'm not sure why he turned around on it.
PL, he's got the Manta online. He's pushing top lane. And these are just illusions, and there's already an army. Oh,
there's a jump forward. They're going to find Muriel out over here onto the side. Should be able to just chip him down. They use the assassinate, get the kill over onto the ancient apparition.
They do have the Mjolnir online for Sniper now, so those chains are going to be coming out frequently. They're going to do a lot of damage, and the static shield is going to do a lot for helping clear out this PL.
I'm trying to figure out if they want to take this Roche or not. I'm not sure.
Funnick was thinking about jumping Bloodseeker there pretty hard. He queued it up a couple of times, but opted not to.
If he had his blade mail finished, I think that might have been a good thing for him, but it's not quite there yet. Almost.
Necrobook 3 completed for Beastmasters, so some of that true sight going to come in handy.
They need to be careful because Roar is down. This Roche is going down pretty fast here. Nick shows up. He's going to get silenced up. Tries to go ahead, dodge it. He will be able to. Legion coming through, but they're just going to be able to clean up Funnick, and now they're chasing back around. Static Storm coming out. Don't think it landed onto anyone, though. But look at these illusions just chipping down onto Iceberg, too. Yume spotting him out over here on the side. He will go ahead, roll forward, do a little bit of, oh, they'll be able to pop the Aegis. Nice play coming out here from Pikachu and Yume together. And I think they're going to be satisfied with that. Looks like Pikachu thought about it briefly going back in, but doesn't want to get too greedy here.
I sometimes forget how good Decrepify is. I forget that it's a 60% damage amp.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
you get real memey in some of your pubs and you pick up a Dagon too on top of that. Or you pair up with a Lina.
Lina, have you ever seen, what is it, Pugna Huskar?
Oh, that's gross. Yes, I have. I have definitely seen that run by one of the teams in Echo League, actually. Wasn't in an Echo League match. It was in a different one. But yeah, definitely seen that before. He just evaporates.
It's an insta-give.
Yeah.
It's a full-on insta-give. But, the question really becomes, can they jump on PL before he has his armor? Like, if they can jump on him with Primal Roar and burn all of his mana with Necronomicon, they actually do stand a chance to kill him. Because if he gets low, his illusions are already low, and they become much easier to kill off. But unless they can get that jump, I'm really, really worried for Team Spirit. They are going to mount this push bottom, though.
Yeah, it should only take a couple of hits here. They've got this whole army of boars hitting the tower, as well as the Mask of Madness Sniper. So that'll go down, and it looks like Iceberg working on getting that BKB, just being able to like not have to worry about getting locked down.
ILTW though, he's getting wrapped around on. Oh man, they were chasing so hard. If they'd have known how close they were to actually getting him.
Well, they don't have the vision, so I don't think they would have had any idea. I think they were just looking to see if anyone's over at the secret shop, but already we're seeing them go high ground down here. People need to go home right now because this sniper just sitting on the low ground chomping away at this tower is not something that they should be allowing.
Yeah, and there's still Necrobook ready to go for Beastmaster as well. If they really want to commit for a push, they can. And with Legion not there, they could go for an initiation on PL, but no, he's got the PL, he's got the Illusion Army ready to go. It's too late.
Looking for that duel. The Vandal League comes out. They'll be able to go ahead. Blinding Light, bounce it off. There's going to be the Roar on top of it. I don't think they have quite enough damage here. And now it looks like Beastmaster in a lot of trouble. He's actually going to get taken down. Funnick's sitting low as well. But during all of this, we see Bloodseeker just going to town. Takes out Yume, takes out Nyx. And looks like DK Phobos took down Funnick as well. But we do have a buyback coming here. And the rest of the side of Spirit's going to run out.
Static Storm proving everything I said about not being able to kill PL completely wrong. Very nice Static Storm coming out. Top lane, Legion killed herself on Necronomicon books. It's pretty funny. She got the kill on DK Phobos, and then, like, I guess auto attack was on, and she turned and hit the Necronomicon.
Oh no.
Turns out 800 pure damage was enough to kill her.
Oh, that stings. That's not, that's like one of those moments where you're just like, I can't believe I just did that. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to assume that it was an auto attack problem. We saw Sumail having similar issues earlier. I don't remember which tournament it was, but he leapt onto the high ground and then auto attack kept triggering, and he finally revealed himself by accident.
This is looking a little scary for them right now. As soon as that daytime comes up, which here it is, they have Coddle Ag, so they're going to be able to just continuously siege over onto this bottom tower and take racks if they want, because Coddle just can stand back, throw out those heals, and
And
Just
they did
generally
force
keep
PL
it sustained.
buyback as well. They forced PL buyback, which means that if they kill him now, game is, I mean, that lane is completely dead.
Cuddle has a gem too, so they're removing all of their vision. They're going to be able... Oh, they're wrapping around though over here. Funnick, they see the hawk. Looks like they wanted to move on it, but they don't want to reveal their position. They're going to try to get the jump probably onto the sniper. He's still pretty close here with Viper. Yeah, they'll come forward. They'll get the jump immediately over onto the Coddle. So that heal is not going to be there. They should be able to get it. They are going to be able to clean up. They'll kill Funnick in the process. The BKB comes out over onto Iceberg and, of course, the Bloodseeker. They'll be able to take down the AA. This terrain is just so huge, but they will be able to go ahead, glimpse them back. They'll be able to take down FNG as well. The Assassinate coming out. They'll be able to clean up on Beastmaster. This is not going the way they wanted at all. And now it looks very, very scary. Yeah, Pikachu going to be able to get that kill. And maybe one more kill here. No, he's going to be able to get out at the very last second there with about 400 hit points.
Oh man, that was such a nice jump from M19. Completely shutting down the keeper. They also immediately jump onto the disruptor, which is how PL died last match. So shutting down the two supports and then focusing on the cores one by one. And Bloodseeker accidentally ruptured an illusion as well. So
I mean, it was a risky play, but definitely, you know, taking out the Keeper of the Light, that's so important for Funnick, obviously, because he's got the Blinding Light. He's got this heal sustain, so even if he gets a duel off on someone else, like, say, the Sniper, it's going to be very difficult for him to take him down. Unfortunately, on top of everything else, he does get murdered during that fight, but he does lock down on the Keeper immediately, and Nyx walks out of this. A little bit richer.
That's the important thing.
He's got a BKB now as soon as he can get that courier. So things are looking really good right now for the side of M19.
Yeah, they have to either bait out PL BKB or wait it out once it gets popped for the Static Storm, because now that, like, their big answer to PL isn't there.
We've got the gem pickup now over on Yume. He thanks Coddle for this, I'm sure, quite a bit. It's always nice when you can take the enemy's gem.
Yeah, he's immediately going to start clearing out vision too. Gets that
yeah.
Sentry Ward.
That's super important that they can gain back their jungle and have it safe for farming. Funnick spots a DK Phobos. He goes for it for the duel. Blade Mail comes out. There's just so much damage. With a double damage on top of that. 46 bonus damage now.
Yeah, he went from 10 damage, and with those last two duels, has now gone to 46.
Look at the double damage on him, too. That was just like the perfect rune for him to get. Top lane, too. We see that Pikachu trying to put a little bit of pressure onto this wave here, but you do have Iceberg with that Mjolnir. He's going to be able to push out those waves very quickly, too.
Yeah, both teams have pretty good rat potential. I think in terms of, like, complete rat, Team Spirit has the advantage just because of Biver on the Keeper of the Light, but I mean, Pugna can do some rats, that's for sure.
I mean, he's got the blink too, so he's, as long as he positions himself well, should be able to get a little bit of damage on tower, blink himself back. Of course, you've got Sniper, who's got a huge range, so if he gets any of those clicks off onto him. But again, Sniper not opting to go for the Dragonlance here, which again, I'm a little surprised about just because that extra range usually is so good on Sniper.
There were other items he needed. Like, he needed the Maelstrom, he needs the BKB. Dragonlance is nice, but when you
oh boy, the duel comes out over here, and there's no more FNG. Legion taking a lot of damage. She just runs herself out into the corner, gonna buy herself a little bit more time. BKB coming out here though from the Bloodseeker. He's looking and hunting, should be able to get this kill over onto Funnick. He's on a killing spree, and they're still kind of running around here. Looks like they found Muriel, should be able to get this kill. Although the drain coming out over onto DK Phobos will ensure vengeance on top of that, and now it looks like Pikachu's going to try to run himself out here. There's so many illusions coming out from Nyx here. Lots of lightning procs as well. Somehow Bloodseeker is still alive, but Yume actually able to take him down. Sniper going to be able to TP himself out, but Nyx, he gets the kill over onto Biver during all of that, so a little bit of spread here during this fight, but ultimately looks like it's coming out pretty good here for the side of M19. Pikachu just healing up everybody.
I mean, the Pugna's actually just done so much work with the Agh's Aether Lens. He chased down both Beastmaster and Bloodseeker and forced Sniper out of that fight. Just, I mean, it's just impossible to deal with. I think he also got the cast range talent. Yeah, he got 150 extra cast range. So on top of his Aether Lens, he's got like 370 extra range. on its already ridiculously long-range life train.
I just think it's so interesting too when you consider that you've got, you know, both Pikachu and of course Iceberg played this hero, and it was so hotly contested between both of these teams.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't get banned out either.
I can't believe Venomancer didn't get banned out like in the other games either. Especially against the Na'Vi versus VP. I was really surprised that they let that slide through.
I mean, there's so many heroes in meta right now, in vogue, that you can't ban them all. So you have to pick your poison.
Oh no, I feel like Venomancer is like public enemy #1. That's just me though. In this game, clearly it's the Pugna. Good gracious, he's doing so much work over here. Haven't been seeing much item progression though over onto the Legion Commander in a little bit. Looks like the BKB is next on the list for Funnick. Does have, oh, the jump forward coming out from FNG. Will be able to go ahead, and they have the dust. Will be able to go ahead, grab Legion. Also ruptured on top of it. Will be taking a lot of damage. Pugna trying his best to keep her alive, but that push forward with the rupture just going to do too much work here, and they've invaded now into the Radiant jungle. BKB is going to be down though on ILTW.
He's down to 7 seconds, and PL still has his 9-second, I believe. Yeah, he popped it in the last fight, so he's got 9 seconds. These BKB timers are running short, and that is definitely more of a problem for Team Spirit than it is for M19. PL got it to deal with disruptors, so that 5-second duration is fine. But in these long, prolonged fights, the extra seconds of duration mean, you know, extra time that you don't have to worry about lockdown.
That's an easy Roche for them now. They don't have to worry about Ice Blast. Could opt to buy back, but I don't think it's going to be really worth it. Oh yeah, he's going to buy back, but he's going to try to throw out this Ice Blast coming right into the pit. It's not going to be fast enough, though. It's like, yeah, looks like he's going to try to dodge here. The BKB comes out. He's going to get some chip damage over here onto the Pugna. Pikachu running himself back, and brother on brother just chasing after him over here. Will turn himself back around. Roche sitting very, very low. During all this, though, we do see that PL is sitting in their base. He's trying to put as much damage over here onto the racks, and it looks like the Dire just actually abandoned the idea of Roche and just moved themselves over here to hang out by the shrine. That's a very low Roche.
Yeah, PL's got Scotty
Nyx.
now.
He's like, thanks for softening up for us, guys. That's very, very disappointing for the side of Spirit. They will throw out the Hawk. They know who's there. FNG, he's got the Static Storm, but Yume, he's just a little too fast with that Blink Dagger. Will be able to go ahead, silence up the Disruptor. There's going to be a Yules come out as well. They drop the Sentry Ward. Nyx doesn't seem afraid at all. Again, he's got that Scotty. We'll go ahead, just Doppel himself back here, and they'll reset. Looks like bottom lane needs to be pushed out anyway, so that'll be something next on the agenda for them.
I mean, he was able to get the tier 3 while all that's going on, so shrines are now open for M19. That's going to be a huge problem. Cut down on the mobility of the Keeper of the Light pretty considerably. And, I mean, Team Spirit's just getting pulled around the map by this PL, this Pugna. Very nice movements and rotations coming out from M19.
Well, they see when they've got an opportunity and they've been taking it, which is definitely, you know, the smart idea here. Putting that damage down over onto, you know, the top lane does open up the shrines like they talked about. And then being, I mean, the cherry on top of everything is just the fact that Roche was so very low and they forced them back. Like, you don't get much better results than, you know, taking a tower and then also stealing the Roche. So, I do see a bit of movement here in the jungle, but I'm not really sure what the plan is over here from Spirit currently. Because I don't think they really want to fight into a PL Aegis.
PL
he doesn't have the
it.
Aegis either. He's got cheese. He's just
It went
so
to
loaded.
Pikachu. It went to Pikachu.
He's got Ags on top of that, so there's like no cooldowns for this dude.
I'm trying to think what's the best way for M19 to, or sorry, Team Spirit to come back in this game, and they really just need to get PL to buy back and then kill him again. That's
PL, we talked about it being a problem though early on during the draft. He's just, you know, they don't have the greatest way. Oh, and a double damage rune on top of this. Is that going to PL or Funnick?
It's probably going to go to PL.
Yeah, going up to Funnick.
Nope.
They do spot out over here. They found the Coddle that will be able to go ahead, stun him up. They use the Magnetize on top of that. They don't want to let him get out here. PL just rushes in, and they do clean up. There's no Coddle to worry about, and they can start thinking about that high ground, finishing it up.
Probably going to have to buy back on Viver here. I would say they buy back on Viver here.
All this is going on too. They're seeing an opportunity here over on Spirit, just trying to do some split pushing. This is very scary though, because again, Pugna and PL just they mow through towers so quickly. We do see the not the buyback, but the TP is coming back here. ILTW, he's forward, looking to do that blood right, trying to clean up these creeps.
They're just trying to force rotations so that they can take fights with favorable numbers. That's all they want. They do force the Viper.
Oh, the glimpse coming back, and the BKB comes out. They don't want to have to deal with that right now. They don't have their Funnick.
That's not too bad. All the buyback sucks, but getting the glimpse and forcing a BKB is pretty big.
They're still chasing over here. Force staff coming forward. They're looking to crouch anyone that they can. Looks like Muriel's just a little slow. I don't know if they're going to be able to get out quite in time. That rock coming in is going to be able to dodge it. Viver still's got his eyes over here onto this H-Snap apparition, but they will have the dust. They'll turn back around even with the Glimmer Cape. It's still a very dead AA.
Yeah, and Viver's keeping vision on Yume too, who's got no mana right now.
No, he's got even less mana now. Rupture comes out. He blinks forward, and he's just hemorrhaging here. That save coming out from Pikachu, but it doesn't matter. They glimpse him back. The gem is on the ground. Viver's like, oh, hey, that's mine. Thank you. Tries to move himself out. The Force Staff is not up and available, though, at this moment. Eyes on the prize over here onto the tower. That's a huge victory over here for the side of Spirit.
Yeah, really nice chain of events for them. PL is going to try and rat in on top lane. He's got the bots, and backdoor protection should be disabled by the creeps coming in mid. He's also going to cut the wave. But daytime does end, so I think Team Spirit's push ends with it.
Yeah, I don't think they want to push unless it's daytime. And again, you've got all these illusions just running on into the base, putting some of this damage down. Rat problem. Need to call
Seems you have seems you have a rat infestation. But I think the big reason Team Spirit's been able to hold on as long as they have is just every chance that they get into a 5-on-5. ILTW prioritizes getting Blood Rage on the sniper, so he's dishing out a just crap ton of damage with the Maelstrom procs and the Daedalus now. He's just terrifying on this sniper with the Blood Rage on him.
Definitely, and he's been able to stay so far back in a lot of these fights. He's actually only died twice during all of this, and that was the concern that we saw when you know, they picked up the sniper. We talked about, well, they do have pretty good jump. You've got, you know, the Legion Commander who can, you know, find him, get into the back lines there with, you know, Blink or the Shadow Blade, and of course, you know, Spirit Lance coming out from Phantom Lancer, but they just haven't found the opening to get in there. He's just way too well protected by the rest of his team. A little bit of movement coming up here. We'll be able to throw out the Yules, throw out a stun on top of that.
Slightly mistimed, but not really too big a deal. BKB is completed now for DK Phobos as well, so he can pretty safely blink in there, roar someone, and not have to worry about it. They're gonna find Muriel too.
Oh, they're walking into a lot of heroes so over here. I'm not sure they want... The BKB comes out, though, immediate from Legion, just immediately able to just take out FNG. Not a problem. There's a jump over here onto ILTW. He's trying his best to get himself out. They do go ahead, use the Primal Roar, and it's just going to be enough to save him right now. PL still ruptured, can't move forward. That was a nice duel, though, coming out for Funnick. He's looking for yet another opening. We'll be able to go ahead, and Yume in a little bit of trouble here. Nope, they're actually able to find the sniper at the backhand lines and get him down.
60% movement slow, man.
He doesn't have buyback.
They're trying to stall with Viver and with Bloodseeker. But
BKB coming out, though, from the side of DK Phobos. He's forced to pop it. They're just running at him. Fortification comes out. They don't have that Primal Roar for another 26 seconds. They're just going to be forced to lose this Rax, and they might lose even more than that, honestly. The sign's coming out again. Phantom Rush going forward. That's the top lane taken down here. Lincoln's gets popped over here. Pikachu is going to be able to drain out. The Diffusal comes out, though, here. Oh, this is looking real scary for ILCW. There's going to be the dodge. Look at the life drain. Look how far away he is here. They need about one more hit. This Radiant's doing so much work. Going to be able to provide that mischance, and I think they just turn around and maybe focus on the tower here. Looks like that's what Muriel's doing. He says, guys, I am not running through. She's going to get eaten up here by Nyx. How do you deal with him? They do a little bit of a glimpse here over onto Pikachu. He decrepitifies himself, and the BKB comes out as well. But look at this duel coming out here from Funnick. They'll still lose Pikachu, but they'll be able to get even more duel damage. That's 100 duel damage right now up and running over here. There's the buyback coming out from Pikachu. They're ready to end this game. They're just done. We'll have another buyback coming out here from ILTW. They'll be able to take down the Coddle. The gem gets thrown onto the ground. And now Pugna, he's trying his best. He decrepified over onto FNG, but he just can't follow up. And now they pop that, what's happening with this courier? They're able to take down FNG, and now it's looking really, really scary right now for our Bloodseeker. Iceberg, he's pumping out a lot of damage here. He's got the BKB up. Funna coming forward. There's so much damage with that Blade Mail, but still. What's happening over here? Oh my gosh. I totally forgot that Muriel's there with everything else going on.
The creeps almost cost Team Spirit that Rex, because he was really, really close to getting that damage off, but big mischance coming into play for sure, and just so much damage coming out from ILTW.
Well, did you see the way they chased Bloodseeker around in the base? The mischance from the Radiance just like gave him so much there. It was actually really ridiculous.
Yeah.
So how many buybacks was that?
Just 2, I believe?
3. Oh no, 2, you're right. 2, and one of them just doesn't have buyback. It's actually the Disruptor FNG doesn't have it. So yeah, we got the Bloodseeker to buy back, we got the Coddle to buy back as well, and
well, Coddle bought back earlier, right? Coddle bought back when we were still pushing this top lane. The other buyback was Pikachu on the Pugna bought back.
Yeah, they wanted to finish it up here. They chased them around so long in the base, I'm almost wondering if that was wrong. Oh, the jump forward, the BKB, it doesn't matter, there's so much damage. Sniper still kills himself over on all that Blade Mail. He's gonna buy back as well. Nyx here fighting for his life, trying to just put out as much damage as he can, but both of them are BKB'd over here. I think he's ruptured on top of that. He's gotta stay here. He can't leave. Oh no, we've lost Nyx. He does have buyback. He's gonna have to buy back here, try to fight this out. Murio's gonna get taken down. Murio does have buyback as well. All the buybacks.
Just all of the buybacks. They have to. They're gonna lose.
Yeah, no, otherwise they're gonna lose this. They're gonna lose a lot off of this. They need to buy back. And Iceberg, you know, their Spirit Land's coming out. They go ahead, they pop the Leakins over on ILTW. But look how fast these frags are just going down. It's daytime too. They've got all the sustain coming out from Biver here on this Coddle.
Yeah, and the Blood Rage on the Sniper, they just do so much damage.
So much damage.
And BKB is not up online for Nyx, so he can't even like jump in.
Oh, Pugna, he comes forward here. He's going to be able to get a little bit of damage over here. There's the roll forward. The BKB comes out yet again on Iceberg. He's going to try to grab Yume. Yume's trying to run himself out. Yules comes out over onto the other side as well. There's lots of damage. Sniper's actually dead here. He's going to get taken down. There's the BKB popping over here on Pugna. It doesn't matter, though. He's getting so much damage. They can still see him despite the Glimmer Cape. So we're down to Sniper. We're down to Pugna. We're down to Yume. We're down Funnick. Oh, this is just looking really, really scary here. I mean,
it's a 4v2 for the next 30 seconds, but nobody has buyback. Like, if we look at buyback status, it's Beastmaster and Disruptor, which is at least 2 dire heroes, and good news for Team Spirit.
But the sustain coming out here from the Coddle is just absolutely insane right now. You know, throwing all the illusions over here onto ILTW, but he's just doing so much damage, even without his Sniper being alive. They do manage to go ahead and grab him, and they're going to try to burn him down. He's got no mana left. Can they get that kill? They will be able to get it. That's no buyback now. They're still giving chase. They use the Diffusal, I believe, over here. There's the mana leak coming out, and looks like Biver running. Oh, he's not going to be getting out here. Nyx says, I've had enough of your shenanigans. You're going down. PL will clean up. Now, they do have a big wave going in the bot, but this is their time. This is the moment that M19, you know, they've got creeps in the bake. Nyx is already just running right at it. He blinks forward. He wants to take out FNG as well. There's going to be the glimpse, but they still get it. This duel coming out from Funnick. He's got 136 duel damage. They're just running into this base.
They're going to have to buy back on Disruptor as well, not just Biver. They're going to try and hold on to Disruptors, though. He's really, really close to his Ags, so if he doesn't have to buy back, that's really big for Team Spirit. Because if he gets his Ags, that means no BKB.
No, they've got to deal with all these creeps in the base here, although PL's already made his way over to the mid lane.
There's creeps in bottom, though.
Charges doing a lot of work here. He's just going to run right in. He's going to take a Coddle Blast to the face. Sidestep it a little bit here. Doesn't seem too concerned. Just so tanky with that Scott. He's just going to go right through that backdoor detection. We'll be able to go ahead, put up the Fortify. They know that Sniper's not going to be up for another couple seconds, and the Bloodseeker is down as well, so he's not going to be able to pump out just as much damage as he was able to before. And look at Nyx. He's got eyes on the prize. They do buy back on the Disruptor. They just can't allow this open throne here. Glimpse comes back. BKB comes out. They're just going to try to push them all the way back. There's a nice stun coming out here from the Beastmaster. It's followed up with Yume. Going to be able to go ahead and use that Magus. Can they get the kill over onto Disruptor? Yeah, the Ice Blast comes in. It connects. There's no buyback now from the Disruptor. Bloodseeker is coming up in about 17 seconds. It's a little bit low here, sitting over here on Nyx. We'll be able to just back off. Pikachu is sitting very, very low right now in terms of health. Gets an Urn Charge, luckily, from Yume, but that's, again, they took out the mid-tower racks. They've got just a little bit of health left over onto this other tower. That's like so many buybacks. The only person who has buyback now is Beastmaster.
That was Refresher Primal Roar, too, on the PL, and they still couldn't pump enough damage in to kill him. This Aegis is absolutely crucial because, like you said, nobody has buyback for the next few minutes.
Got a Lotus Orb up and running too over on the Bloodseeker. He's got a full Butterfly. Like, these fights have just been so crazy back and forth. In fact, look at the graph. Difference in terms of net worth is absolutely huge here. You see it go just about even. It dips all the way down to like 12,000 for the side of Spirit, and then starts bouncing back up to about 5. This Roche so huge. And there's creeps in their base. They're wailing on their tower. Someone's got to go back and deal with this.
They have to know Roche is going on. They have to. But PL is also a terrible Roche hero. They do spot it out with the Hawk now. They 100% know that it's going on.
They're letting this just whittle. Like, these creeps are just whittling down their towers. They've got to hurry up. They got to figure out what they want to do here. This Roche is just not going down fast enough. And they're all positioning. Beautiful blink forward here from Funnick. We'll be able to take down that Sniper. Oh, he's down for quite a while now. 95 seconds. Now they're turning back around, trying to get this kill over onto Bloodseeker. If they can get this down, this might be GG. Still chasing around. He's just dancing around over here into the circle. That Pugna Life Ray doing so much damage here. There's going to be the Glimmer coming out here from the Legion Commander. They will be able to take out F&G. Can they get Funnick, though? We'll be able to follow up with Funnick. Looks like Nyx in a lot of trouble here, too. Going to have to go ahead, use that Q, doppel himself out. And now it looks like Pikachu just leaking mana everywhere. They're going in for more. Muriel. He's looking for him. But during all this, again, they actually lose one of their tier 4s.
I mean, this is looking pretty good for Team Spirit, honestly. They're dealing very well with this late game Phantom Lancer. Like, he's 6-slotted. This is as powerful as he gets. And he's scared. They have so much wave clear just with this one Mjolnir. The Radiant's doing a lot of work as well, burning it down over time.
Gotta get back in that pit.
Yeah, somebody has to get this Roche.
Yeah, Nyx runs right back in. He's gonna try going for this. He's got his support standing nearby to heal him up. And they're gonna go as fast as they can on this because they really don't want to give this away. They do send the Hawk, send 2 Hawks over. One Hawk's gonna get murdered by Yume, the other one is gonna get murdered by Yume again. So double Hawks. Good times for them. Nyx has the Aegis now, and they're just gonna go running right up.
ILTW is just pushing in bottom, trying to create some pressure. And the one good thing for Team Spirit is that they kind of forced M19 into this position where they have to either go for, just go for the end, or if they want to go for Megas, they somehow still have a tier 2 online. So they have to get all the way through that. They can't just push up mid and then swing over to take the buildings. They have to get this tier 2.
When did DK Phobos pick up a refresher?
He had it way back when they were trying to just GG end, because he double roared the PL, and that's when I was saying like they still couldn't kill him.
Well, we do have buyback up and running now on Pikachu. He's got a cheese on top of it, so he's ready to be medic if need be and go ahead and heal up people with his life drain.
These buybacks are really...
There's a... Yeah, they need to get out of there. Pikachu is dead. Good thing he has buyback, right? The Glimpse coming back out as well. This Courier, they need to be careful. Muriel tries to get off the Ice Blast. He does land it at the very last second, but I don't think they're going to be too deterred by this. They're going to let, the Kato go ahead, start spamming this heal as soon as this Ice Blast wears off. They're covered.
Yeah, and with Refresher Orb, if they need the Beastmaster Roar, they can very quickly get it back. So it's not like they're all out of options now.
Now they do ping out the fact that there's a rather large wave going up here. Look at all these ranged creeps. You might see, oh, there's that duel forward. They're going to be able to go ahead. They grab Iceberg yet again. Funnick eyes on the prize. We'll be able to end that out. Nice second storm going out here. Buyback coming out from Legion Commander 2. They want to finish this up. Can they grab this Bloodseeker fast enough? They've got the Lotus Orb up and running on him. Nick's still giving chase. If they can get this kill, that's actually going to be huge. One more hit is needed, and they'll actually kill the Bloodseeker. They have Buyback now over onto the Sniper, so they're not totally out of luck over here on Team Spirit, but that's definitely not what they want to happen. Funnick with these beautiful just initiations using that duel immediately onto the Sniper.
Yeah, Funnick was forced to buy back there, so again, we're in this position where if you do kill these cores, Pikachu and Funnick, their buyback is on cooldown, and that maybe that's the opportunity. Buyback is online now for PL as well as the Sniper, so we'll see who's gonna get forced to buy back.
Sniper's gonna have to buy back.
Sniper probably has to buy.
Yeah, and everybody's got boots of travels here. Yeah, there's the buyback. They have to do that, and they're actually just gonna back off. They're gonna take shrines, try to get that bottom tower on top of that, I'm guessing. So.
Nyx does finally get that shrine, but I mean, I really think that ILTW just needs to be constantly putting that Lincoln Sphere on Sniper, because he's constantly getting jumped, and Sniper isn't even opting to get his own Lincoln Sphere. He's going for the MKB. He feels like he needs more damage. He needs to kill people faster.
He's gonna just shred himself on it, though. That's the problem, because this Legion has that blade mail, and so I mean, if they don't have any sort of protection onto the Sniper, it's just gonna be GG, you know, like it's just too much damage that he's gonna be pumping into someone who's got blade mail. They need to protect him. Like, they really need to protect their Sniper here, because he is the one who's able to sit back and put most of that damage out. Looks like we're working on a Shiva's Guard as the next item here for Pugna, and they're definitely just gonna make their way, take down this last bothersome tier 2. Similar push going on here, coming out from the side of the Dire. Throwing out the boars cautiously. They know that there are people coming down, but they can't defend this tier 2 at this point in time. It's just going to go down way too fast. They do need to go home and defend against the high ground push, though.
Biver needs a TP. Yeah, okay. Biver, he grabs him. He's going to go back to base. So what they're going to do is they're going to send, DK Phobos down into top.
Have to be careful. He can just leap on top of all of them if he really wants. Yeah, in fact, that's what Yume's going to do. He jumps forward, he gets the Magnetize off, so both of these supports are forced to flee. There's going to be an Ice Blast coming in. Can they get it over onto Biver? They can. This is going to be a dead call. He's going to try to buy himself some more time using that Eels. Funnick goes for it. He finds himself his ultimate target, which is the Sniper yet again. And he's going to go ahead and try to distract everyone as their base just gets wailed on here. Nyx has had enough. There's so much going on in the background. They get the Mega Creeps. They get the shout out there. There's the Refresher coming out as well. They want to try to get this Pugna. They will be able to, but Nyx, eyes on the prize. He's trying to just put all this damage over here onto the shrine. It's not working, though. He's actually going to get taken down. The Aegis pops.
He's got Primal Roar again, too.
There's huge creeps over here into the base. This is looking really, really scary right now. He goes ahead. He doppels. Jumps into the well. Nyx, he's trying to just dodge all of the shouting. Nyx, he BKBs, TPs out, goes home. That play, they got so convinced that he was part of those other Phantom Lancers, they didn't even look for the one in their shrine. Or their fountain in that case.
Really well played by PL, but really well played by DK Phobos on the other side, because he got the Megas. He was able to rat, BT back, and save his buildings in time, and with M19 just going for the all-in play, trying to take the Ancient, now they have an uphill battle. Other than Legion Commander and kind of Pugna, they don't really have great ways to keep these waves pushed out against Megas. So, I mean, this game just actually got a lot easier for Team Spirit, just because of that one play from DK Phobos.
They've actually got just casual gem lying around in the base as well. This is such a crazy back and forth here. Whenever I think it's just about to be over, these teams surprise me. Just not willing to give up. This is a very big spot. They do spot out, though. The Ancient Apparition will be able to take down Muriel here with those Necro Books being able to give them vision. The recall comes out.
Yeah, they can recall Sniper too. No buyback on any of the cores that are dead yet. No buyback on Muriel either. Mega's already online.
Yeah,
running into the
this
base.
is really, really scary right now. So they're going to have to be dealing with all of these creeps, and then in the meanwhile, you just have Sniper who's going to be able to just blink, 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 blink away at everything that you own.
They have to keep Sniper alive, though. Legion Commander's about to come online, and they have to keep him alive.
Yeah, they gotta put the... I mean... Yeah, there's the Lincolns. Lincolns gets placed over here onto the Sniper. They're going to try to protect him and just let him just siege away over here onto the corner. They need something to pop. Yeah, they pop the Lincolns. The BKB, though, it's still going to be able to take down the Sniper. Funnick now in a lot of trouble. He's dealing out as much damage as he can, but unfortunately, he's going to get taken down to that Static Storm. There's going to be the heal coming out, or rather, not the heal. It's not quite daytime yet. There's going to be a big battle here between the Bloodseeker and this PL. PL's looking like he's doing really, really good. They turn back around. They get the kill over onto the Bloodseeker. There are creeps left and right all over the space, though. They're going to be able to get this other tower. It's going to be a naked throne soon, Forge. There's going to be a follow-up with the Yell. Still giving chase over here, trying to get FNG. They're going to be able to get the glimpse off, but they've got a huge problem with all these creeps being in their base. They need to clean this out as fast as possible. Legion cannot buy back, of course, already doing so. AA coming back up. Phantom Lancer doing the best that he can to just push out all of these creeps. And these Cardis. This Cardi is like, yeah, okay, they actually... they actually go and they steal this Cardi. This Cardi is on their side. You may actually using a Helm of the Dominator because he's just too concerned about this. This Cardi has joined the Radiant side. Alright, they don't have buyback on Sniper. They still have buyback over on the Bloodseeker. This game is wild.
They forced a buyback out of the PL. If they are able to kill him with this Primal Roar, even if it's a double Primal Roar, it is 100% game over for the side of M19.
Oh, this is looking like a very dead Yume. Yeah, they actually go ahead. They use the refresher on top that aren't going to actually need to do it, I don't think. No, they'll actually dedicate it and try to hold down Yume here. Lotus Orb gets placed over onto him as well. He's just going to be able to roll himself out. Is there enough damage, though? Are they going to be able to take him down? Yeah, the Boar will actually find him. And the BKB comes out, though. They found Biver over here. Biver's going to get taken down. He, too, has buyback, though.
And there's a gem on the ground.
Oh, there's gems everywhere. There's just... Everyone has a gem. You get a gem, and you get a gem. Everybody's dying and getting everybody else's gems here. Pug needs to be very, very careful over here, Phobos.
Well, Legion's back alive. Bloodseeker's back alive. And how far? We're about 2 minutes out from Sniper having buyback. So that's going to be a really big window for Team Spirit because they're going to have buyback and M19 will not. The closest person who's about to have buyback is going to be the Legion Commander, which is, of course, scary. But in terms of, you know, every time Legion has jumped a Sniper, she does get the Sniper kill, but she also dies. So if Sniper
I mean, it's a
buys
worthwhile kind of deal, though, right?
Right, but
except the
if
fact that Sniper can buy back now. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
But and if they both buy back, duel's on cooldown, so it doesn't matter.
True. I think the big thing right now is to make sure that all the waves stay pushed out. They can't afford to have any creeps in the space because if they do, they're gonna lose that Ancient. Is Roche up? Roche is up. This is a huge objective. They need to get this.
Yeah. And one thing we didn't talk about, I don't know how recently he picked this up, but FNG actually has his Ags. So no BKB.
Oh, they see their opening. They're going to try to push this big creep wave over here into the base.
Sniper's alone in the base right now.
Yeah.
And he knows it.
They're going full base race here. Look at this. I need a base race cam for it. I can't handle this.
All right, I'm gonna watch Radiant base. You watch Fire base.
All right, there's a jump forward immediately. They go ahead. They find themselves the Bloodseeker, and they're gonna try to fight it off here. They've got their eyes over here onto the side. They will be able to get a nice storm coming out here. FNG coming forward. You see the Ice Blast gets used over here. We still have the Phantom Lancer alive. He's gonna try to ditch himself around here. There's too much damage coming out over onto Pikachu. He's gonna try to life drain off of FNG. He's not gonna be able to. What's going on over there in the base, Forge? We've lost several heroes over here.
Is taking the base. It's gonna be
really close. Are they gonna be able to do it? There's gonna be the mass buybacks over here. They're trying to grab over to Vopus. He's going to be able to get a kill. He's still running himself out that life drain, doing a ton of damage. Look how low the Ancient is. The Ancient is at 602. They're able to defend over here. There's going to be the buyback. Oh my gosh, there's so much damage. Are they going to be able to do it? They call the Grats.
That's not GG.
But that is. What an exciting base race at the end of everything. Holy cow. Team Spirit putting forth an amazing showing. They're going to go against VP tomorrow, and a really just crazy game number 3.
DK Phobos, MVP hands down. He got them the Megas, which secures them that late games against M19, and then even when his TP gets canceled by Yume, because he was trying to come back for that fight, TP gets canceled, he says, okay, screw you, I'm going for this base, and secures them that victory.
Just that judgment call was absolutely insane. You know, we watched everyone. They were really trying to force over into the Dire ancient, and it just, I'm still like, this whole part of this game was just so intense and like so nail-biting. I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to do it, but Team Spirit, proving that they are indeed the better team, will be progressing tomorrow to the grand finals, which we will have here. Actually, it's not going to be on this channel. I believe it's going to be on the Join Dota Blue, ESL_Join Dota Blue channel tomorrow. I believe we'll have an announcement on Twitter. But yeah, they're going to be facing off with VP tomorrow. So GG, well played going out to M19. Congratulations to Team Spirit on this crazy base race of a victory. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. You can find us on Twitter at MoxieCast or at ForgeDota, and we will see you around. GG.